Okay, coming to the stage, we got my man, Bennett Coffey. Give it up for Bennett, y'all. Go, Bennett!
All right, by show of applause, how many of the men in the audience have ever gotten in trouble with a woman, a wife, girlfriend, because you didn't listen? It's pretty much everybody, right? Now, see, I have a way that we can possibly fix this, and women, it's going to take a little bit of work on your part. See, men, we instantly tune you out if you don't mention one of three things. If you don't mention food, sports, or sex, you know, that comment's about as useful as Lieutenant Dan on a soccer team. And actually, the funny thing about that joke, the first time I told that, I was in an open mic competition a lot like this, and the person who went 4 people ahead of me was a quadriplegic who did sit-down comedy. And I was in the back just shitting my pants. It felt terrible until the audience laughed, so that made it a little bit better. But, now ladies, you could come home and say something like, you know, hey honey, could you put the pots and pans in the dishwasher? And there's no dinner tonight, pasta's going to be tomorrow night. And see, there's a difference between what a woman says, what she thinks she says, and what the man hears. Now, what the woman thinks she says comes out the next day. She says, I told you 6 times to put the pots and pans in the dishwasher. And guys, we're dumbasses, because we go, no, you only told us twice. Only twice. And now, what the guy hears is a lot like the teacher from Charlie Brown. All he hears is, dinner tonight, pasta. Now, see, women, the way you can fix this is you got to give us a little incentive, you know? And the best way to do that is a little bit of a sexual incentive. Usually through some sort of sports reference. You cover 2 or 3 categories that way. You can come up to your man and be like, hey, honey, you know, I'll let you score a touchdown tonight if you put the pots and pans away. And guys, we're stupid enough, we'll do it. You know, and women, you don't even have to follow through on your promise. You don't even have to do it. Because guys, we're stupid enough, we'll do it the next day. And if we finally catch on, you know, and finally say, hey, we're not doing that because, you know, you're not following through with what you're saying you're going to do. All you have to say is, oh really? Well, tonight was going to be the night you hit on. Now, it works the other way too. You know, guys have a lot of problems talking to women. And where that comes from is when a guy says something, he means one thing. When a woman says something or hears something, it means 8 things all at the same time. Now, what happens is a guy could come home, come home from a run, and he could say, you know, hey honey, and she says, oh hey, how was your run? He says, you know, it was great. You know, I got a great idea. How about you come running with me sometime? Now, all the guy means is that it would be, see, some women are already there. They know what I'm going to say. Now, all the guy means is it'd be fun. Go out, have, you know, jog together. It'd be, you know, like a date. But that's not what the woman hears. The woman hears the guy come in, hey honey, could your ass be any fatter? Or, hey honey, Michelin man called, he wants his legs back.
Oh man.
It's just, communication's terrible these days, and it starts with the news. The news is absolutely terrible these days. Clap if you agree. You know, I'll be at home, I'll turn to Fox News, and just some guy, well, the Democrats have their heads shoved up their asses today. Turn to MSNBC, the Republicans are driving the economy into the pisser. Switch it to CNN. In St. Paul, Minnesota, a 13-year-old gave birth to triplets. What is this shit? It's not news. Feed me the shit that matters, okay? You know what, just forget it. Throw a 10-year-old up there. I'll pay attention to him. He can speak on a level that I can understand. There's none of this, well, the bill was not passed by the House of Representatives today, but it's gone back to a Senate committee for review. No, just have a 10-year-old up there. The bill didn't pass. Our government is incompetent. Incompetent! That's another reason. English, you know what? There's a lot of Americans who say, you know, English is the best language. It should, you know, everyone should learn it. That's shit. English is a terrible language. Absolutely horrible. Proof of this, we have a spelling bee. people who can spell our language correctly and put them up on a pedestal. And some people can't even speak the language. I come from Kentucky. You go to Eastern Kentucky, you run into a guy who just says, well, there you go down the road a little bit, and you go down the holler, you're going to meet some ground squirrels running around down there. But it was pretty good, you're not dumb. What the shit was that? That's not English. It's awful. And English also, English is just a thief. All it does is steal shit. It just goes into other languages and says, hey, we're taking this shit. It's ours now. Italian can be like, no, no, no. And we're just like, capiche? Capiche? Ours. Italian, no, you're letting us sing. It's right. And today, one of the main modes of communication is Facebook. And Facebook has pissed me off. Surprise. Well, why they pissed me off is because it used to be when somebody messaged you as a jackass or a stalker, somebody that you didn't like, all you had to do was just exit out. And if you saw them the next day, all you had to be was like, oh, I'm sorry, I left my laptop up, and I went for a run. We've all been there. But now, Facebook tells the other person when you have seen their message. So now it's empowering all these assholes to come up to you at work the next day and say, so I saw you got my message last night. Why didn't you respond? It's pretty frustrating. You know, you guys think farting is like a guessing game for deaf people? You know, they can't hear it. All they're just tortured with this horrid scent. And so, you know, I'm actually thinking about it now, though. Maybe not. Maybe they can tell better than we can. Mainly because, you know, when you lose a sense, all your other senses become heightened. Maybe they have such a heightened sense of smell, they can tell exactly where it came from. They just... At least I think that's correct sign language. You know, in communication too, everyone has that Chinese restaurant near you, the one that you call, and they're like, hi, welcome to Palace, how you doing? And you're just like, okay, well, could I get some General Tso's chicken and some fried rice? And I General Tso's chicken, fried rice, is that all? And you're like, yes, that's all. And they go, okay, we'll come pick up 5 minutes. And the shit's ready when you get there! Thanks, guys. My name's Bennett, Coffey. It's been a great time.
Put up for one more time. Now, one more time. Your next meeting, coming to the stage.